drinking wouldn't have allowed me to explore this other area of me and kind of was keeping me at this level. Like drinking, when you're drinking a lot, never elevates you. It never progresses you forward. All it does is just keep you here. Keeps you here. You know, you never have heard anybody ever say that I am really glad I started drinking again. Nobody's ever said that because there's no reason to be glad if you've stopped and you've seen the positive aspects that drinking has made towards your life being improved in every way, shape, or form. It's like there's no reason to look back, and that's where I'm sitting right now. I'm really not even like, oh, I'm 100 days sober. I hope I can make it 100 more. I'm almost like drinking isn't even a thing for me anymore. I don't drink, and life has gotten so much better without drinking in every way. So I know a lot of people hit me up on Twitter about being sober. I know a lot of people always ask me questions about it. So I've been thinking about this for a long time. I want to form a place where people can get together and talk about issues with addiction. It doesn't have to be limited to alcohol. It can be any other addiction. I know there's every addiction out there. And even if you're having a hard time in life with depression, if you're having a hard time in life with your family, with work, anything, I know that everybody needs somebody to talk to, and not everybody has somebody to talk to. So I'm going to use Ruin Your Day as a platform for that. Every week on Wednesdays, I haven't decided a time yet, probably around 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm going to have Ruin Your Day live for an hour. And basically what's going to be happening is the chat is going to be live, and that's going to be used as the floor for everybody to talk. I might be on a video feed answering questions to the chat. I might pull up some music that Ruin Your Day made to play. I might play some video in the background. It's going to be sort of a free-form vehicle type of feed. There's not going to be really a set thing that we're doing. The only thing that I want to go on is I want people to feel like it's a safe place to come into and talk and vent, talk to other people, maybe give advice. I'll be in there if anybody wants to ask any questions about being sober. I can give whatever advice I can for that. And yeah, essentially, I just think there needs to be a place like that. I think AA works really well for a lot of people because it's a community. It's a strong-knit community. You have a sponsor that holds you accountable for not drinking. You have other people that are going through the same thing as you. You realize there's a whole world out there of people that just don't drink. And that's rare these days, honestly. So I want there to be a place like that on Ruin Your Day doesn't have to be just limited to alcohol. It could be anything. You know, like my parents went through some heart problems this year, and that really devastated me. So, you know, I needed somebody to talk to about that. My ex-girlfriend's dog that I really love got cancer. My close friend just had cancer. So it's been tough for me as well this year, and I'm really thankful that I've had Ruin Your Day to talk to you guys about battle rap and forget about the troubles in my life, but I want to give back, and I want to create a platform where we can all come together and sort of be each other's shoulder to lean on every now and then. So just wanted to make this video to talk about me getting sober, my experience with it. Honestly, to wrap this up, being sober is like probably the best thing that's happened to me in a long time. Me breaking up with my ex-girlfriend that I love to this day has been the best thing that's ever happened to me too as well. It's really like jump-started me to make big improvements in my life that I'm really proud of. And yeah, I mean, I think anybody out there that's struggling with addiction, the first question you need to ask for yourself, if you're thinking that you might have a drug problem, alcohol problem, any sort of problem, is if I'm asking myself if I have a problem, I might have a problem. Do you want to take the next step to solving it? Do you want to get clean? Do you want to get sober? And all I can say is being sober is amazing. It's great. I would never trade it for anything. It works really well for me. Other people can drink responsibly. I'm not one of those people. I can't drink responsibly at all. So, yeah, guys, I just want to thank you all for helping me through my year of sobriety. You guys really made a huge difference in my life. I want to thank everybody out there that supported Ruin Your Day, all the patrons, all the people that did a watch episode, all the guests, all the people that tuned in for watch, everybody that bought merch, everybody that bought music. It means the world to me. So thank you guys. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Ruin an Hour, the safe place to talk about sobriety, addiction, anxiety, depression, life, and balance. I'm Avocado. I'm the host of this show, the host of this channel. We go live every week, Wednesdays at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You can talk about whatever you want in here. It's a safe place to discuss anything. How's everybody doing today? Gonna look to the chat today to talk. Don't really have much to say. No, I'm not sick. I'm fine. How is everybody doing? Saint Soldier, happy birthday, dog. We share the same birthday as Whoopi Goldberg. That's tight. Appreciate that, Nick. Thanks, Amy. No, I have no plans today. To be honest, I've been pretty self-isolating because today sucks. But, yeah. Venomous Stare asked a good question about what does the line of alcoholism begin and end? How do you know if you're an alcoholic? I would say if you're asking yourself that question, you're probably an alcoholic. If you're asking yourself the question, do I drink too much? You're probably drinking too much. You might not be an alcoholic. I think actually I miscommunicated that. But I think if you're asking yourself, am I doing this too much? Should I put myself in check? Probably should put yourself in check. For me, I was drinking every day. I was doing stuff I shouldn't be doing when I was drinking, and yeah, it was like kind of a gateway into other. It was a gateway hand in hand with my sex addiction. When I got drunk, I would like want to shoot porn and like cheat on my girlfriend, and yeah, I mean, so it's just like no bueno, to say the least. So. I don't know if that helps, but that's where I found out that I was an alcoholic. I mean, I knew, the thing is, I think a lot of people know their addictions and know what they're addicted to. It's kind of like if you're like bald and you know you're bald, you know you're losing your hair, but and you want to deny it for as long as possible. It's kind of how like alcoholism and other addictions are. And yeah, I knew I was a sex addict for a really long time. I mean, I overdosed on like porn at an early age. I've cheated with every single woman I've been with in every single relationship. And yeah, I like couldn't stop, and I literally thought like I was gonna do that forever until my ex-girlfriend pushed me to get sober from sex addiction, which sounds weird, being sober from sex addiction, but there is definitely a huge line between intimacy and lust. Saw a cool little quote the other day about how there's like some truths and some dangers about having stimulation without conscience, or pleasure without conscience, and I think that's an interesting subject. And yeah, so yeah, I mean, I denied that addiction for a really long time. I think I denied my alcoholism for even longer, because alcoholism is kind of like, obviously it's not okay to cheat on somebody. I'm like, you could be ashamed telling everybody that, but having drinks is very socially accepted. So it's very like hard to be like, oh, are you drinking too much if you're just like drinking on the weekends, or if you're just getting drunk every now and then. So it's like hard to like, because it's society kind of accepts alcohol so much. So, yeah, so it's hard to like really pinpoint that. But I would say if deep down inside, you know you have a problem, and you probably do, you're probably just denying it because denial's a motherfucker. but you know yourself better than anybody. And if you know that you have a problem, you probably have a problem. And congrats, Chase. Saw that 6 weeks sober. Really proud of you, dude. It's fucking dope. How do I feel about one getting comfortable with getting high? I think if you're able to live a healthy, balanced life with smoking weed, that's completely possible. Not everybody lets it be detrimental to their lifestyle. So, yeah. And yeah, I definitely used to go really hard on watches with alcohol. What was a good substitute for alcohol that helped you wean off the addiction? A big one was being overall healthy, an overall healthier person, eating really good, feeling better about yourself physically, exercising. Since you want to like kind of, I think when people quit drinking, they want to have another thing to drink, like when you go to restaurants or when you're like at a social event or environment, and you can drink like soda water, tonic water. They do like mocktails now at every fucking restaurant, so you can get one of those. I drank a lot of kombucha because it's like a fizzy drink. Now I drink nothing but water, but I know that's a bit extreme. A lot of alcoholics, when they stop drinking, they drink a lot of coffee. That's fine. The thing you just got to put yourself in check is how much coffee you're drinking, because again, too much of anything is a bad thing. But yeah, coffee's a good one too. Thanks to Jesus. Appreciate you, man. I'm 1 week off alcohol, already feeling better. You inspired me, Albert. I'm truly grateful. Thank you, Dirty Clean. Congrats, dude. That's fucking incredible. Hopped water. That's crazy. I didn't know they made that. Well, what are you asking, Amy? I remember Eminem said the same and said he was running 18 miles a day after relapsing. Do you feel that's super extreme? I mean, I think basically that's a case of you replacing one addiction for another. Granted, running is really healthy and that's good for you, but I do think that's a mark of a super addictive person. I definitely think exercising is great. Today I was going to try to run 16 miles, but I'm like in a really bad mental space, and like I barely ran 4. It was like really weak, and that like contributed even more to a negative mental space. But I think just exercising in general is really good. So Lane Smith, I've never been a drinker. I feel like it pushes me out of certain social situations. Do I feel like that since I've stopped drinking? Absolutely, man. Like, to be honest, I don't go out ever anymore. I don't hang out with a lot of my friends anymore either, to be honest with you. And those friends are people that, like, during the weekends they'll go to bars. But the thing is, it's like bars for me aren't personally fun. If I'm not drinking, there's like, for me, it's really hard for me to socialize. Not it's hard for me to socialize, but I'm still kind of struggling with being around people that are like, the activity is drinking. Like, that's the activity. I would like to be around people where the activity was actually talking to each other and not just like base level conversations, having good discussions. Like, I'd rather kick it with my friends like in their home and like around a coffee table rather than at a bar. So it definitely has like cut down my social endeavors. I'm definitely a lot more of a loner now, which is my fault entirely. But the thing is, it's like that's my choice. I think you can balance that out in a better way than I can. I don't think I'm a good example that way. I definitely can call myself on being self-isolating a lot of the time. So. Hell yeah, Chase. What other important factors does water help you with? I mean, everything, man. Being hydrated will benefit your life in so many ways. Like, actually, you'll lose weight too. If you drink a gallon of water a day, you'll lose a lot of water weight. Um, did I go cold turkey or wean myself off? I went cold turkey, and I know that's not for a lot of people, and it's not for a lot of addictions too. But I went cold turkey, and it's worked. I'm like not tempted to drink at all ever. Like I'm never in the spot where I'm like, oh, I really wish I was drinking right now. Even today when I'm like, it's like my birthday and I'm like really fucking depressed. Um, I'm not like, oh man, I'm gonna go get drunk. You know, it's like just that like part of me is gone. So it worked, but I know that method isn't for everybody. A lot of people need to wean themselves off of it, and that's an appropriate method as well. I didn't have any withdrawals in the beginning. Um, yeah, I didn't have any withdrawals in the beginning. If anything, when I stopped immediately, I felt better. Like it was almost like just a light switch. It's like, boom, you're gonna get healthier. Boom. Like I felt better overall. I lost a bunch of weight. My skin, everything. I felt better. Like in my skin, everything about me, I felt healthier. Um, I haven't been sick in so long, and yeah, I mean, there's just like a lot of things that I'm like, I'm more like up kept with my health now than I was before. So yeah. Did you drinking alcohol ever mess with your video shooting or work of the sorta? Did you realize any of it during, after? Yeah, man, it fucked with everything I did. I mean, I was drunk at a lot of events that I was shooting. Uh, I was shooting battles drunk. It was really bad. I was doing like, and the thing is, like, you, like, when you're like what they call a functioning alcoholic, which I don't really agree is that a proper term because I don't really think you're functioning at all. Um, like you're like, sure, you might be moving from point A to B, but it's not the most efficient manner that you can do it in, so it's not really functioning that good. Um, I would pride myself on that. I would pride myself in being able to drink and go and do work. And yeah, I did it often. I was drunk at events a lot. And there's a lot of stuff I regret. There's a lot of stuff I did at events that I'm like not proud of and like that I'm like that I'll never catch myself doing ever again. Um, so yeah, like I don't know. I think a lot of people also justify that when they're like they're inebriated when they're doing something. They're like, "Oh, I'm like getting by with doing this," or they're like, "I need this to take the edge off." And I don't think that's true. I don't think you need anything to take the edge off. Even in social situations, like even in meeting somebody for the first time, I think it's 100% better to be in tune with your nerves and know where you actually feel rather than just like taking them all away and being like uninhibited because that's not who you really are. You're not in tune with your like actual feelings at that point. So yeah. A plus. I mean, I don't know. Like, I drink a gallon of water a day. It might interfere with stuff. It seems like every other like day, it's like they're finding out new things about water. Like, oh, don't drink too much, don't drink too little. So it could get in the way of vitamin absorption, but I don't really find that. So I don't know. I try to drink a gallon a day. I mean, Saint Soldier, I'm just down because I don't know. I just don't want to get too much into it because I feel like I talk about this all the time on here, and I feel like I'm just like a broken record. But I'm just like not in a good spot. Like I'm 35. I thought I would like be married to my ex by now. I thought we'd have kids. Like we were on course to like buying a house possibly. And yeah, this is just like kind of a little sobering day, you know. of like the results of actions that I've done. So just like heartbroken, I guess, and like sad, and like, and the thing is, there's like, I don't have, like, people keep saying like, oh, make sure to do something for yourself, and it's like, I kind of already did. I went to the gym. I guess I could go out to dinner with like friends, but I like have no motivation to do it. I feel like, and I'm definitely self-isolating right now. I'm letting like my sadness isolate myself, which is super ironic because everybody, you guys, all the fans have been like hitting me up all day, like, you know, being very positive and like giving a lot of love. And yeah, it's just ironic that I still feel super sad and depressed because I'm like heartbroken. So it is what it is, man. But the good thing about that is that even though I'm in like a pretty bad spot, and I've been in this spot for the past like 3 weeks, that it's not really pushing me to drink. It's not pushing me to go back and shoot porn again. It's not pushing me to do anything like that. If anything, it's the thing that's like is kind of scary is it's kind of just like making me just work, and then like I just want to go to sleep really early and like and just be alone, which is not good. So, but yeah, it is what it is. I appreciate that, Amy. I don't meditate. I know that it has a lot of good benefits. I just never, I mean, I've tried like breathing exercises, but I've never really got that into meditating. So. God's mystery, thank you. Sea stars, no. That's actually the higher power thing about the anonymous programs actually like really deterred me from them. So I didn't. Fortunately, I think like my therapist brought up that I've used my ex-girlfriend as my higher power for a lot of things, and is a good thing to a degree, but I don't place myself before her in a lot of ways, and that's not a good thing. So I guess my higher power has been her for a really long time, which is a good thing because it got me to where I am at, but I need to learn to like make myself my higher power, if that makes sense. Thanks, Wesley. Appreciate that, man. Thank you, Two Eyes New Midwest Moment. Man, I am terrible. My eyes suck. I need to get fucking LASIK. Jesus, I can like barely read that. I'm not really sure if I know exactly what the law of attraction is above elements. I mean, I like think I do, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I need to get glasses. Yeah, Bodman. Appreciate you. Salute. Shout out to Queens. Queens get the money. Positive attracts positivity. Yeah, that's true, man. I mean, it's definitely worked for me. Like, I've definitely been, I've been like very cognitive and conscious about if I'm feeling negative to not try to just replace it with a positive feeling. Like today, you know, it's like my birthday, whatever. And everybody's like, oh, are you having fun? Or like, you do something for yourself, like have a good time. And like, you know, last night I like only slept for like 3 hours because I was up all night just thinking about like my ex-girlfriend and just that it's, I don't know. And so I didn't really get some good sleep. Woke up and she texted me and we had a good discussion. We're actually like still pretty close and we have good communication back and forth, a lot of transparency. There's no resentment or anything there. But I'm feeling negative today. I'm not feeling like positive, and that I think it's important sometimes when you feel this way to just feel this way. So I don't know how that fits into the laws of attraction, but I don't know. Thank you, O Sharhig. I wish I could pronounce your name, but I appreciate that, man. I mean, Archer, I could call her right now if I wanted to, and she would talk to me. Like, she's a very, very, very amazing woman to me. But I'm trying to set boundaries for myself, and I mean, it's been like a year and a half, and I don't feel like I've broken up with her. So, I'm trying to sit in this breakup and like accept it, and that's hard. So. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. It's like that's been kind of the question for the past year and a half is if it is good for me and her to still be communicating. The downside is that we have really good communication when we talk, and honestly, good communication is something that I really value in somebody that I can talk with, and we can come to an agreement, and we can talk things out. That's like rare for me. I guess it's not rare for me. I should say, but it's a value that I really like in a person, and yeah. So I definitely wouldn't be where I'm at today if we hadn't been still communicating. The pain I'm feeling, I don't really know if it would have been over by now, and I don't really. It's like that's like kind of the thing. It's like, okay, like am I just trying to get rid of this pain as fast as I truly can, or am I really trying to understand what I'm going through and feel what I'm feeling? But yeah, I mean, it's just painful. That's all it is, man. It's like a painful thing, and yeah, so. Sea stars, yeah, therapy works, man. Therapy is amazing. I've been going to a therapist for 3 years now, on and off. I just went last week. It was really good. It was a good session. It was a very hard session for me because she challenged me in a lot of ways that made me not uncomfortable is not the right word, but more so reflective internally, which is the point of therapy, and I like. But therapy is kind of hard in the sense that like you always want to feel like you're improving and doing good, and you never want to feel like you're taking a step backwards. But that's sometimes it's like not clear. Life isn't a clear linear uphill climb. It's like it's not even like two-dimensional. It's like this like five-dimensional space that you can go in all these different ways, and there's no like one way that's like this is the right way. This is like you succeeding in life. It's just this. So sometimes if you go into therapy, and like for example me, like I walked in there, and it's been like a year and a half since me and my ex-girlfriend broke up, and I walk in there and I'm just like I'm still struggling with her, and I think about her every day. And we had a discussion like 3 weeks ago where she basically said that she doesn't see a future with us, but she sees a future with somebody else. So it's like kind of like a closed case thing. Yeah, I just was like, how do I navigate this? And she brought up the fact that maybe I'm addicted to her love, which was interesting because since I'm a sex addict, I have issues with intimacy, so I go to high extreme sexual gratification that's not based in intimacy, and then when I'm doing that within a relationship, then my intimacy with the person that I love falls off. But I'm addicted to this current intimacy that I'm sharing with my ex-girlfriend, even though it's not romantic. So it's just layered. It's super layered. And that's the thing. It's like sometimes you'll go into therapy and she'll question you in a way that it will make you feel like you're taking a step back, but really you're taking a step in a direction still. And it's not like it's always positive. And that's the difficult aspect about therapy. Personally, I've been going to the same therapist for 3 years. And to be honest with you, I'm probably going to look for a new one. Not because I don't think she's doing a good job or like we don't connect or anything, but I think it would be a good way to sort of shake things up and like get a new perspective. So yeah, guys, sorry I'm like low energy, but yeah, just today is not, it's not a super happy day for me. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. I'll definitely take time to reconnect with those things. Yeah, Yemen, I agree with that. So, thank you, Nud Rock. I appreciate that, man. Personal goals to reach. I don't know, not really. I don't really have any like milestones like, oh, I want to like own a house. I want to like get rid of my debt. I want to do this, that, or the other. I have so much going on in battle rap right now that that keeps my mind off of her, which is kind of extreme. I have a lot going on in battle rap right now. It's kind of overwhelming, but yeah. Shatali, that's dope. You didn't react like you usually do. It's really cool. Adam, thank you, man. Good to see you in here, dude. It's hella dope. Appreciate it, man. That's true, Marcus. That's very true. Who will be my vice president? I don't know. Probably Laughing Stock. To Jesus, thank you, man. But yeah, guys, is there anything you guys want to talk about? Like, feel kind of uncomfortable right now. Like, it just being solely about, like, me, like, woe is me on my birthday. Do you feel like your desire to have your ex in your life has or will cripple her relationship with other men? No, I don't think it will. I mean, I think she's seeing other guys. I mean, at least I hope she is. I mean, she deserves to be, like, gratified in that way just as much as anybody does. Scotty, love you, man. Good to see you. I don't think it's going to cripple her at all. She's in a different spot than me. She's moved on. She doesn't want a future with me, so it's different. We're in different perspectives. So, Shatali, so you're working on not relapsing this depression you went through. So, what are you doing to work through that? Like, what coping mechanisms are you doing? Thank you, Robert. Oh yeah, Desi, I saw that on Twitter. Congrats. That's incredible. So it's like a full-time job? Is that why you have to find daycare? Yeah, official Cheeto. Yeah, I have a lot of events all at once. A lot of music videos that need to come out all at one time. A lot of trailers that need to be edited. Yeah. Stu, appreciate you, man. Yeah, I'm filming Town Business too. Have I ever thought about becoming a licensed counselor? No, I have not. Honestly, before I started this, I did not think I gave good advice. I mean, I still don't really think I give good advice, but I'm glad that people are in here. That's for sure. Reminding myself that other people's actions shouldn't affect how I treat myself and others. Shitali, that's very true. Because you're not responsible for other people's actions. You're only responsible for your reactions to those actions. So you can't control what other people do. So it shouldn't affect how you treat yourself. Especially in things that are rooted within other people that shouldn't have any reflection onto you. Tony OJ, appreciate you. Oh, official Cheeto, word, man. It was good to meet you, dude. Scotty, that's awesome to hear. Yeah, Donald, we're going to get a new shipment of these hoodies in like 2 weeks. I just paid for them. Thank you, Car Powell. Appreciate that, man. I really do. No, Desi, I mean, that sounds like something to be worried about. I mean, finding a full-time daycare for your child is something that's definitely would be on your mind. It's like it's a completely reasonable thing to be worried about. Could it be something that you could hire a nanny for, or are they too expensive? How does that work? What about peer support? Kind of like what you're doing in this space, much less pressure than a counselor. Maybe. I mean, my plan is to make this kind of the thing and get this bigger somehow. So just got to keep doing this. What was it like going to Geechee's Hood to shoot a video? I've been down to Nutty Block plenty of times. It's like just like a block corner. It's not like crazy or anything. And plus, I always go down there. I'll say this. I always go down there when they know that I'm coming. So Geechee's always down there, and he like kind of escorts me in. So it'd be a lot different if I just went down there and showed up with a camera. Shatali, my problem is when somebody does me wrong, it affects me heavily. I grew up having to react extremely to protect myself. I'm older and not in the hood anymore. So, what are you saying? So when somebody wrongs you, you put barriers and barricades up to protect yourself? And do you feel like that detaches yourself from people, from getting close to people? My girl just started a new job. It's cool, but our schedules is all messed up now with my work. Yeah, that's hard. That sucks. That sucks when your schedules are off. Yemen, do I have any plans after this? No, I don't. I have no plans tonight. At all. And that's not like nobody's asked me to do anything. I just like sad, not like, I don't know. I might go like eat ramen alone or something. Maybe I'll go see that new movie Parasite. I hear that's cool. I don't know. I don't know what I'll do. Desi, I hope that works out. That's awesome about your new job, though. What causes social anxiety? I have no idea about that. I have very limited experience with social anxiety. Yeah, Shatali, I think the thing is like you're basically calling the root of why you've lashed out and neglected your own health and you're isolated yourself in your depression because people have hurt you in the past. So the way of you not getting hurt is putting up these barriers and barricades from yourself. You know now why you're doing that. And you can move through life like more wiser now, but I think having permanent barricades up is a bad thing. You have to let people in. You have to let people in your life. The possibility of being hurt will always be there with anything. The possibility of failing with anything is going to be there. You have to try because you'll never get further with something without failing. You'll never that's kind of hard to say, but relationships sometimes do have pain involved to get better. You do have to fall to learn how to ride a bike. So putting up those barricades is detrimental to you growing, I think. Desi, that's so usually anxiety and depression is caused by A, genetic makeup, and B, the way your brain fires or go back up, misfires its chemicals. So it's a genetic thing. Joe 1506, appreciate you, man. Lane Smith, what is my favorite movie I've seen this year? Probably Godzilla, because I'm a fucking nerd. I just saw The Lighthouse, though, and that was really cool. What's your take on social media influence on relationships? Do you think that you have control over your social media? I guess I don't really understand what you're asking. I think I do. Do you want to just reword it? Sorry, I'm like scatterbrained today. Dirty Clean, I'm sorry to hear about all that, dude. That's really, really hard. I felt like I lost a family. Like my ex, when I used to live with my ex, I lived with her mom, who I loved, and her two dogs. You know, like my Twitter Abby, that dog is her dog that I love like to death, and I haven't seen in like 3 weeks now, and that tears me up because I wanted to. There's like a big part of me that I just wanted to see her and the dog today, but I know that's like, it's like, is it good for me? But yeah, man, I mean, like, self-isolation's not good. I know that I'm like not being a good example right now because that's exactly what I'm doing, but it's not good to be self-isolating. It doesn't help you in any way. It's very helpful to like be in here talking with people, talking about things, and you know, that's how you grow. Am I done with movies? Yes, I'm completely done with visual effects. Unless I really need money, I'm pretty much not going to be doing visual effects anymore. I was not a fan of the industry. She moved on. Why not allow you time to heal without communicating with her? I know when my ex left, it hurt like hell, but in retrospect, the time where there was no communication was needed. Shadina, I definitely see what you mean with that perspective. I've tried no communication when she went out of the country for a month. We didn't talk. You're probably talking about longer than that. But yeah, I mean, that's definitely true. I definitely agree with that perspective. That would be a way to heal past the relationship, for sure. And the reason why I haven't done that is because I love her still. I'm in love with her still. And every time we hang out, like I really like cherish it. So it's my fault. It's selfish. You're right. I suffered a severe spinal injury in 2012 that left me with chronic pain, health issues, and disabled. I still haven't fully accepted that it's new normal. I'm angry and don't know how to move forward. OYK, are you bedridden, or can you just like, you're immobile? FTOP Productions, I appreciate you, man. Yeah, sometimes it is really hard to, acceptance in general with something that's out of your control sometimes is so hard to get through. And that's the tricky thing, is life is going to deal cards that you don't want. Like, you know, our parents are going to pass away in our lifetime. Nobody wants our parents to die. Like you said, OYK, you're going to have injuries that are unforeseeable that you don't want. And getting through those and learning to look at the negative and positive aspects about those are so important. And learning to move through with those feelings and navigate those emotions in a healthy way instead of bottling them up, I think is of the utmost importance. Desi, yeah, I definitely know we empathize that, so yeah. Yeah, Shatali, definitely. I mean, that's why I didn't see her today. It's because I think there is a little bit of self-torture there, for sure. Because even when we talk, it's like, I'm like, fuck, we're like communicating so good. I still love you. If anything, like, this breakup has made me love her even more because of how she's handled it, just how much of a wonderful person she is. Anyways, man, I'm sorry, guys. I just feel like I'm just droning right now. Effecto Lock, appreciate you, man. Eugene Green, no, I don't think I would really consider smoking weed. I don't really like the feeling of being high at all, to be honest with you. OYK, no, I just have nerve damage and chronic pain in my legs. I have balance issues, but I'm mobile. By the way, I was 29 years old at the time and finished school. I feel purposeless now. Do you feel purposeless because you don't have a job? What gives you that feeling of purposeless? Because that's important. Neil Nice. Yeah, my ex-girlfriend was a huge part of my sobriety. A gigantic part. I would not be sober if it wasn't for her. Thank you, guys. Shadina, I feel like I'm mispronouncing your name. I apologize if I am. No, she's very honest and transparent with me, so there's definitely no like mixed or there's no like confusion about stuff. There's no romance between us. We don't hook up, we don't like hold hands, we don't kiss. There's never anything like that. And she's been very clear with me this whole time about that she doesn't see a future with me. It's just recently it's been more like she sees a future with somebody else. But yeah, I thought she just needed time to be alone. And then when she eventually would want to be in a relationship, it would be like kind of a no-brainer because we both love each other. But the thing is, there's just too much damage. I've caused her too much damage to get through, and it's really understandable. So, Martin, salute to anybody in the sobriety journey. Salute. No, my ex doesn't listen to this podcast. She's really busy, and she's usually working around this time. But she would. She's been very supportive of what I do. She's very proud of me. Matt Leader. What up, Matt? I'm in graduate school to be a therapist, and it saddens me to hear everyone's story, but please do not feel ashamed or embarrassed to seek professional help. Everybody, even if you aren't suffering something traumatic, can benefit from seeking help. Take care of yourselves physically, mentally, and spiritually. Matt, totally fucking agree with that, man. I think everybody can benefit from going to therapy. You don't have to be going through anything traumatic to have the benefits of therapy. Jay Augusto, I appreciate that, man. Yeah, McMilla, definitely agree with that, man. Definitely agree with that. Yemen, I mean, I think I'm in denial. Like, I think that there's still possibility for us to be together in the future just because, like, yeah. Short story, yes, but realistically, she said no, so I have to accept that. Yep, the XL black hoodies are coming back. Yo, is it artisan or artesian? I think it's artisan, right? I can't believe I forgot already. I'm sorry, man. But I appreciate you, dude. I appreciate you a lot. You're always hitting me up on Twitter. Thank you, man. Artisan. Okay, artisan. Cool. Yeah, Nude Rock, that's pretty much it. Like, I mean, dude, I like cheated on her for 3 years. Like I put her through like there's like situations that we got in that would be like, it's like movie trauma type stuff that I did to her. So it's like completely understandable from her perspective. I don't not understand. I'm not like, why can't you just love me? Or she does love me. I'm like, why can't we just be together? Because it's like, I understand why. Matt Leader, yeah, man, I saw that. Thank you so much, man. Really appreciate everybody that's reached out to me on Twitter today. A cold shower. I just might do that. Effecto. Hell yeah, man. I'm sorry to hear that, dude. Heartbreak is really hard, man. Love is a crazy thing. It's so fucking insane how crippling it is. It's so insane. It's like the craziest thing ever. The craziest thing, too, is like, you know, I spent a lot of this past like year and a half like altering my lifestyle, and like I have a lot to be thankful for. My life is amazing. I do something I really love for a living. I do something that I feel makes other people happy. I don't feel like I ever work a day in my life. I'm not financially in a good place. I'm in a lot of debt, but I'm also not financially struggling either. I have the financial ability to do most of what I want. Like I can go out and eat every now and then. I can, you know, go to the gym. I can go to a movie if I want to. I have very few things to complain about. In a lot of people's eyes, I might have like this perfect life, but it's so funny how like heartbreak can literally just like knock that down. Like it would be like, oh, my life's like, what do I have to complain about? I'm sober. I'm in the best shape I've ever been in. I have like tons of fans. Like you guys are all helping me out tremendously. But heartbreak makes all that seem null and void. It's just so crazy how powerful love is. It's fucking insane. And I guess that also ropes into addiction. Addiction is the same way. Addiction can like cripple lives. Can like take Philip Seymour Hoffman for example. Wasn't he sober for like 20 years and then relapsed and overdosed? It's so scary how strong addiction is. It's really insane. Yeah, Artisan, I agree. It is insane. Jay Augusto, totally agree with that. McMillan, I also agree with that. I know that's okay to feel sad. I'm. The thing is, a lot of people today are like, make sure you do something good for yourself, and I'm heartbroken, and I feel sad, and I'm allowing myself to feel sad. Um, I think it's important to do this for myself today. It might not look pretty. I mean, it might look kind of fucked up. I'm like on the verge of tears all day, but it is what it is. This is how I feel, and I'm being honest. Cosmike, you still think about drinking. What triggers you? Desi, exactly. And I think I'm addicted to my ex. I think honestly I'm addicted. Love can be an addiction. You're totally right. Thanks, Jaden. Appreciate you, man. Neil Nice, congrats. That's definitely a lot of progress right there, going down to 2 days a week. I'd been drinking for years, so it was normal for me. Sea Stars, I kind of also don't really know that either. Is there such a thing as positive addiction? You know, I don't know. I don't know at all. Who knows? It's like, that's the thing is like, if you're addicted to running, is it a good thing because you're running so much? But then you might be like letting other things go to the wayside, like your like relationships might be falling to the wayside because you're like, nah, fuck that. I don't want to like hang out with my significant other. I just need to run all the time. I'm not gonna nurture this relationship. Cosmike, been sober for 3 weeks now, so you still think about drinking. So are you still triggered to drink? Is that the issue? Ooh, addicted to self-love. That's a good one. Effecto lock, yeah, dude. It's rough. I mean, I would say like, I would say this, man. I don't feel like what I'm doing today is bad. I feel like it sucks a lot, and I'm in a lot of pain. But I feel like this is good. I feel like this is a good thing for me to feel the way I feel, to be honest with the way you feel, and to not adopt the mindset of like, oh, you're just being a pussy. Get over it. Go do something fun. Get your mind off of it. You know, like whatever. Like, if you need to self-isolate for a day, that's fine. It's your birthday. You can do whatever you want. I am the person that's choosing to self-isolate and be sad. So it's rough, man, but good things can come of it. Yeah, Saint Soldier, I also agree with that. It's if it makes your life unmanageable, it's not a good thing. That's a good way of putting that for sure. Mick Milla, so you've been doing ketamine, and you feel like you can stop it on your own. I'm not really aware. Is ketamine something that you need to like detox off of and like wean yourself off of? Enigmatic ecstasy. I don't have any pets. I used to have dogs with my ex-girlfriend, and that's why I'm kind of like, I wish I would get another dog, but I'm like still in love with my other dog that I don't have anymore. So it's like kind of like you know, it's weird. Mac Whaley, 100%. Relationships bring stability for sure. That's 100% true. Glenore Glondo. Yes, I was at Bola 3. Shaquille Covington. I also agree that I think people that get addicted to weed, it definitely gets swept under the rug because it's like it's not as like painstakingly obvious when something's being bad for you, like alcohol. It's like super obvious. Yeah, enigmatic ecstasy. It's a fucking big loss, man. I lost my ex-girlfriend. I used to live in a house with her that I loved. I used to live in a neighborhood that I loved. I had two dogs that I loved. I lived with her mom, who I still love. So it was kind of like I lost a family, man. It sucks. But the thing is, it's my fault. I cheated on her for 3 years. I was a fucking horrible boyfriend. I was an alcoholic. Like, who wouldn't understand her not wanting to be with me? Artisan is bringing up a good point, though, about stability bringing numbness and comfort, and stability. Oh, yeah, OYK also, stability can lead to complacency. That's hella right. That's 100% correct. But it's been an hour, guys. I'm gonna wrap this up pretty soon. Neil Nice. Yeah, I cheated with like hundreds of women. I did porn for 3 years behind my ex-girlfriend's back. Like, it was really horrible, very horrible. Thank you, Artisan. Appreciate that, dog. But yeah, you guys mean the world to me. Thank you guys so much for watching me almost cry for an hour. But no, seriously, I appreciate everybody for all the happy birthday wishes, for all the kind words. They mean the world to me today out of any day. And yeah, thank you guys. Sorry that we didn't talk about much more than me. I feel bad about that, but next week we'll be here too. I might be in New York filming some battles, but I will be live no matter what. So if I'm busy working, I'll just put the chat up, and we can talk about whatever in the chat. But yeah, appreciate you guys. Hope you guys have a great day. 2 years clean from meth. Hen house, that's amazing. Congrats. Dirty Clean, thank you, man. Really appreciate that. That means a lot to me, dude. But thank you guys. Love you all. Hope you guys have a great day. Yeah. I'll see you guys later. Peace.